want to touch me? Come on.
This game is like if a porno and Devil May Cry had a love child. Yeah. This game is ridiculously obscene, with its gameplay and its character, Bayonetta. Bayonetta was released in late October of 2009 and is a multi-platform game. It was developed by Platinum Games and released by Sega, and even has a few references to other Sega games. I'll go through this game part by part, so strap on your gun boots and get your rings, because this is going to be a wild ride. Let's discuss the graphics a bit. They're not very good. The character models are mediocre, except your protagonist, Bayonetta. You can tell they did a lot of work on her. Her model just makes you breathe a bit heavy and makes it hard for you to stand. Her model makes you say, "What's this game's rating again?" M. Yeah, that makes sense. The environment looks good wherever you are, and you travel quite a bit. You go from townscape to mountain shrine castle things, to highways, to the Pacific, to, well, heaven? The enemies have their own cool distinct look, which is cool because they're all different kinds of angels. The gore you get while bashing an angel's face just kind of looks like this red Play-Doh mush, which is gory enough, I guess. The cutscenes are pretty cool. They do it in a movie film way and is pretty cool. Pretty cool. They have normal full motion cutscenes, which is cool because they do fight scenes, but they can kind of drag on for a while. Let's talk about the soundtrack for a bit, which is pretty pumped up and it works with the game quite well. The few tunes in there really got me going and enhanced the game for me. Something not a lot of soundtracks will do. The character voices fit the characters pretty well. The angels all have this weird kind of old mystic dude voice that gets pretty old pretty fast, but doesn't ruin the game, not in the slightest. Let's talk about the story a bit, which is to say, fucking crazy. I had a pretty hard time trying to follow what was going on, but I'll try to give you the lowdown. You're a witch who has taken a pretty long nap under a lake, in a coffin. Yeah, a nap. Anyway, your name is Bayonetta, and you are currently fighting angels from Paradiso. You have a few comrades, but none of them actually matter. The story progresses on in a crazy but somewhat enjoyable way. The cutscenes are always pretty funny, and the dialogue caused me to chuckle a few times. The characters have their own personality to them, from the sweet and seductive Bayonetta to the almost comedically black shopkeeper slash bar owner slash devil dude. Let's talk about the gameplay. This game is defined by it. Think of Devil May Cry, excluding 4, and now pretend Dante is a witch who can slow time. Done. Kidding, guys, it's not that simple. In Bayonetta, the action is fast-paced and is almost always on. You have the ability to dodge enemies' attack at the perfect time, enabling witch time, which is basically slow-mo. During which time, you can beat up on fools, deflect enemy projectiles, run on water, and generally be sassy. Witch time is the main element to solve the very few puzzles in the game. Everything else is your normal third-person beat-em-up action genre game. There's only like 6 weapons, and they all have their own uniqueness to them. You can visit the Gates of Hell to buy items or abilities that you can use throughout the game. One thing about the game is that it's hard as fuck. No joke, man, you will die more than once, which sucks because it ruins your medal you get at the end of the stage. More than one situation involved me beating a mini-boss, going against another, then fighting some normal grunts, then fighting another mini-boss, then checkpoint. Pretty tough. This game is a lot like Devil May Cry in a lot of ways, but carves out its own little spot in the action genre. It brings a good soundtrack, cool fluid action with its own little twist to things. It doesn't achieve graphical perfection, but in my opinion, it doesn't really have to. The story makes absolutely no sense in an awesome way, which makes me elated and confused, but while on ecstasy. There isn't any multiplayer to be found, which makes sense. This game can be somewhat short, took me around 10 hours to beat, and I wasn't going to go for a good ranking and getting the collectibles. If you really want to beat the crap out of this game, it'll probably take you a while. I'm going to give this game 4 arousing movements that shouldn't be out of 5. Also, there's a dance scene in the game. What does that even mean? Play to find out.